Axe Sledge ICEE Authentic Collab is finally here. I sprinted down to 7-Eleven. Well, I drove down to grab me the blue and the red. And today we're gonna do a tasting panel comparing their flavors to the real flavors. Now, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't get the authentic cups for the ICEE, but you know, hey, I got the flavors. And obviously I do want to say up front that the grind is an essential amino acid product and ignition switch is a pre-workout, and these ingredients are not always going to taste super similar to the regular product. It's going to take a little bit to overcome those. However, I have faith in Axe Sledge, and I think they're going to get pretty close. So big fans of how this label came out. Today I'm not going to talk too much about the product, but while I'm mixing these up, I am going to talk a little bit about where these are from, what to expect. Now, something I love they did here, they matched the classic branding and style of the cups that you would get there. You know, the paper ICEE cup. So I was a big fan of the concept, and I'm really excited to try it out today. Now, there is a bit of a elephant in the room that ICEE flavor collabs have been done before in the industry. However, I will say I've never had that one, and so I'm not going to speak on it today. I don't know if it was good or bad. All I'm going to know is how this tastes today. And that's basically what I'm going to base most of my opinion on here. I do think that Axe Sledge is probably one of the better vessels for this collaboration to take place. I'm happy for ICEE for having picked Axe Sledge and starting to work with them. I know, well, Patrick told me about this probably a good, I think 6 months ago. So we were pretty excited about it for a while. Obviously, the post when we announced this, finally, I don't want to say it went viral, but it got a lot of engagement. It seems like everyone's really excited about it. I think that people should be excited about this. We now have more mainstream quality, reputable brands getting into authentic collabs. And I think this is a good move for ICEE. Excited to see where this goes. Excited to see if Axe Sledge can make the move and pull off some other authentic collabs too. Obviously, we do have to give the nod to Ghost. They did it first, and they continue to, you know, do many of these, right? This is kind of their MO. I'm curious if Axe Sledge is going to attempt to do the same and try to grab a couple different ones. One thing I'm curious about is how Axe Sledge is going to relate ICEE to their normal brand though. In my mind, the way that I saw it is that ICEE for me was, you know, I grew up, my parents were both teachers. You know, I consider myself within that, I don't know, blue collar is the right way to put it, but you know, we're middle class people. We enjoy good things, but we work for what we have. And for ICEE was always like, a fun treat, like it's like a gas station treat or a movie treat or something like that. Not a ridiculously expensive thing, but something that was super accessible to people like my family. And so for that, I kind of always thought that that's how it would relate to the hardest workers in the room, the blue collar workers, the whole brand of Axe Sledge. I don't know if that sounds ridiculous or not, but for me, when I see companies doing collabs like this, I kind of want to know, like, how does it relate to the base brand, right? So I thought that was an interesting one. At the very least, they're a fun-loving company, and something like this definitely brings back a lot of nostalgia and great memories of drinking these on hot days, or going to the movies, or just picking one up because it looked really good at 7-Eleven. I'm excited to see where the brand goes with this. So I've got 8 ounces of water for both of the ignition switch pre-workouts, and I have 10 ounces for the grinds. Now, some people may fill up their shaker bottle for the grind, so understand that I'm just going based off of their suggested use. Yours may be different if you fill up your shaker bottle because it's going to be diluted more. However, this is the bottom end of what they're recommending. It's 8 to 10 for ignition switch, 10 to 12 for the grind, but I wanted stronger flavors, so I went the bottom of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by drinking the ICEE, and then I'm going to drink the flavor. I'm more of a blue raspberry guy, so I'm going to do the cherry first. Get that out of the way. We'll go with the grind because I actually think the ignition switch is going to taste even better without the amino acids. It's really close. You definitely get the robustness of the amino acid flavor. Ice is going to be a little bit of a thinner treat, right? It's just ice and sugar pretty much. So the grind is like the same exact flavor, but like big. But very, very similar. I bet if you added more water, it'd probably be like spot on. If you fill up the shaker bottle, I'm betting it's like spot on. Okay, ignition switch is even closer. And that makes sense because it's a smaller serving size, 5.25 grams versus 16 grams. Ignition switch is going to be a smaller flavor, robustness, right? It's going to be like thinner. Very close. That's awesome. If anything, I would want even more sweetness because like if you want to match like the sweetness of ICEE, like you want to load it with sugar, but I like it a lot. This is great. Now, blue raspberry is my jam. So this is the one that I would always buy. Cherry wasn't really, I mean, cherry's classic, right? Cherry's great, but I was always a blue raspberry guy. You guys watch our videos, you always know I like the blue raspberries more. And it's a little bit less sweet too. Okay. The grind blue raspberry is so far is the most accurate. Outside of the coldness, I use cold water, but this is obviously ice. It's almost virtually indiscernible. Let's see about ignition switch. Ignition switch is really close too. Okay, the blue raspberry is a lot closer. And I might just be just a blue raspberry guy. But what I want to do is fill up the shaker bottle for the grind cherry. And I bet it's going to be really close. All right, full water bottle. What is this? 24 ounces. Yeah, minus a little bit of sweetness. If you fill up your grind bottle, which is probably what you're going to do when you make your amino acids, that is spot on. Like literally like a hint of sweetness difference. That's really cool. Well, as always, we love Axe Sledge. Axe Sledge does an incredible job of being high quality while also trendy, relating to their consumer really, really well. So I kind of felt like I was going to love these guys no matter what. There has been every here and there, there's people that are like, oh, Axe Sledge doesn't taste that great. I think their flavors are great. In fact, I was really excited for their cherry flavor because their demo day cherry flavor I really love. But this is actually pretty different from that flavor, which probably makes sense because there's cinnamon in that one and we wouldn't expect that to be too similar. But these are awesome flavors. I think that I'm probably going to end up chugging the grinds while I edit this video and drinking the ignition switches a little bit later on so I don't die from the stimulants at once. But these are launching tomorrow. Today is Monday, February 15th. Tomorrow on the 16th, these are going to launch, and you guys should absolutely go grab one for yourself. If you're a cherry person, grab the cherry. If you're a blue raspberry person, grab the blue raspberry. The blue raspberries are spot on. If you fill up the grind, it's going to be really, really close. The ignition switch is really close at the 8 ounces. I would probably want to like a hint more sucralose in there. Just like a small hint. It's just enough where it's a little bit different. Keep in mind, we're also comparing these to drinks that are basically just sugar and ice. So comparing sweetness to that isn't really a fair game. So final verdict, I love the blue raspberries. These are going to be my choices, but if you're a cherry person, I bet these are probably good for you. I appreciate you making this far in the video. These flavor videos aren't always as interesting, but people really think people enjoy them. I like to get into the science, but if you guys want flavor videos, I'm always going to bring the flavor videos. Hopefully these favorite collab videos are also interesting because I bring in the real flavor and we compare them. This is one where, we had a lot of them. I normally don't have 4 different products to compare. So I was kind of interested to see the spread of ones that are more closer and ones that are a little bit less. So thanks so much for sticking it through. Coupon code PricePlow at checkout tomorrow will help you save some money on the product. I don't know how long these are going to last. I assume they're not limited edition because they would want a long relationship with ICEE, a best case scenario. But when I have information on that, I'll be sharing it. I do have to disclose, we did get these products for free. We do have a business affiliate relationship with Axe Sledge, obviously, since we have a coupon code with them. However, if we're biased to these guys, it's because they're good people, because they do good for the industry and they produce good products. The grind, while it isn't a complete essential amino acid profile, having all 9, I still do enjoy, and the flavors really do enrich my workouts very well, as well as having a couple other areas in there I'm not going to get too far into, but like their hydration and recovery formula at the bottom adds to it without having all 9. Ignition switch is my choice to be added to hydraulic. Hydraulic does not currently have ICEE, but I hope it does come soon because hydraulic is one of my favorite products of all time, especially in the pump area. If we like these guys, it's because they make good products and because they're actually pretty kick-ass dudes. Do have to put that out there. There is some bias, but I think it's for good reasons. In any case, I really appreciate you watching this far in the video. And as always, have a great day.
Welcome to PricePlow.